You know what common advice I hear that I think is completely shit? Fake it until you make it. Fake it till you make it. The word faking it is ambiguous. At the worst end, it's fucking lying. At the best case scenario, it's usually extreme exaggeration. The opacity of faking it till you make it is the problem. If you're faking it, it shows what kind of partner you are, right? Like you're the kind of partner who's gonna make something up on the fly, and that doesn't usually engender trust. You wanna be the kind of business where you build an avalanche of referrals, where you know that for every client you get, they're likely to refer you to 2 or 3 clients. And then when you get one of those clients, they're likely to refer you. Trust me, it makes life easier when you actually know that people out there are vouching for you and bringing deals to you. And I'm doing this today because I just had to have a conversation with a prospective client and had to tell them straight up, certain things they wanted us to do that they thought we should be able to do, we just aren't prepared for. However, it doesn't mean that you can't innovate and hear a client's problem and say, I think we can solve that even though we haven't done it before. It just comes down to transparency. And if you're willing to be transparent, then you maintain integrity in the process. So let me tell you how we fake it until we make it. 1, we actually tell the client we are faking it until we make it. Not in those words. But what we are saying is we believe that we have the skill set and the team to do this. We just haven't done it before. And then along with that, I'll tell a client, look, I'll give you your money back if this doesn't work. But it's not just about money, it's also about your client's time or your customer's time. Like if they invest time in something, just giving them their money back doesn't fully represent all of their investment too. But you also have to be confident in your team. Some people might want to work, a 40 to 45 hour week and then bail. And what that means is you can't put a person like that on a we're gonna figure this out kind of project because they don't want to do that kind of work on the nights and the weekends, and that's okay. But you can't, it's disingenuous to the client to put somebody on a project who isn't gonna put in that work, and it's bad for your team member to put them on that because if they do have to put in 60, 65 hours that week to get that thing over the finish line, they're not gonna like you very much for it, and then they won't be around. So the other thing that I like to do for my clients is lay out 2 options. I go, look, we try really hard to be an innovative company at the cutting edge. What kind of client are you? Do you want to be right on my hip, right on that cutting edge? Because when you're on the cutting edge, you're going to run into a lot of turbulence with us on this project. Not because we're not good at what we do, it's because we've never done this before and have it like a well-oiled machine with a really tight process. That enables your client to then choose whether they're open to some of the bumps that might happen, or if they're like, you know what, I need this thing completely locked down and buttoned up. If they're willing to be on the cutting edge, that's awesome, but you owe it to them to give them a massive discount on the service, which means you might lose money on it, and then you can ask in turn for a testimonial. You can ask in turn for feedback to help make it better, but it's really kind of wrong to charge somebody full price for something that you're just kind of figuring out while you're doing it. Your client is going to assume, or your prospective client is going to assume that you're the greedy agency, that you're out there offering all these different things that you maybe don't really do. So by telling them, look, I don't actually do that, and if you need fucking shit. A lot of clients are gonna assume that you're gonna be going for the land grab. How can I get all the stuff? And I think it's our responsibility to our clients to say, we don't do that thing. And it's funny, when you say you don't do something that the client says, I would pay you to do, you actually build trust. But then you say to your client, how about I find somebody who can do that? Because I can tell that's a really important part of this project and we don't have that expertise. So you're focused on your area of expertise and you're not giving your client another person to manage. You're saying, we'll manage that extra person as part of this project, but we really shouldn't be the ones to do it because we're not gonna be great at it. That's how you build long-term, trusting relationships in a fake it till you make it environment in a way that lets you maintain integrity, lets you feel like you're being transparent, but also lets you still innovate and try it with the clients who are game. Good luck, see you soon.